When you get aligned with your own personal values, money means this to me. Having a business means that to me. And when you bring it back to those things for you personally, not what society tells you what you're supposed to have, not what maybe a parent told you we're supposed to have, not maybe what your college buddies or professors told you we're supposed to have, but what you yourself desire and want. When you're in alignment with those things, then everything else falls into place. And when you're working with a coach or a guide or someone that's helping you get back into alignment with those things that you say that you want, everything else will fall into place. Welcome back to Season 2 of the Catalyst Podcast. I'm your host, Sonia Petkewich. This season, we have a number of new guests on that are business owners from right here in the Las Vegas community, as well as nonprofit movers and shakers and members of the Catalyst Mastermind community. Each week, I'll bring you 2 episodes that will bring you highlighted entrepreneurs from the Las Vegas market, as well as challenge you to think differently about your business and how you're showing up in the entrepreneurial world. So let's dive in. Welcome back to the Catalyst Mastermind podcast. I'm Sonia Petkewich, and I'm excited to be back for Season 2. It's been a minute. I have been in a little bit of self-discovery, working on myself and my business recently, and I'm excited to bring all of that back into Season 2. I've got some new tools in my toolbox. I've got some new guests coming on this season, and I'm excited to bring all of that to you. We're here in the year of the horse, and I kind of wanted to start with that because there's some new energy vibing for 2026, and I wanted to talk a little bit about that. Last year was the year of the snake, and I know that I felt that tremendously coming into 2026 with January. There was a lot going on for me personally, professionally, emotionally. It felt like the end of the snake was like shaking off that energy, both physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. If you can imagine the metaphor of a snake and shedding of that skin, just that energy of shaking it off as 2026 was coming to a close. And then the Chinese lunar year was coming to a close. I really felt that energetically as things were shaking off and shifting and changing. And then the year of the horse comes galloping in. And I feel that energetically as well. The lunar year shifts every 12 years, and then the elements come every 60 years. So I kind of had something written down here where it talks about the elements really returns the fire horse, only it returns every 60 years. And so it makes it especially rare for us to be at this time where the horse energy is associated with the yang energy, which is active, dynamic, it's life generating, and it speaks to ambition, vitality, intensity, and momentum. It intensifies whatever sign it touches, bringing courage, leadership energy, and emotional intensity. Fire years tend to feel more dramatic, fast-moving, and action-oriented collectively. And so I'm really inspired by that as a business owner, as a person. I'm going into my 52nd year. My birthday's coming up in April. And so I just feel all of that energy coming full force, not only just as where I am personally, but with all of the business owners that I'm working with. You're going to see that with all the guests that I have on this year. I just think there's a lot of shifts happening and momentum is happening in the small business community. There is a lot of women, particularly opening small businesses. There's a lot of people who are infusing a lot of energy, cash, and momentum into their businesses this year. And I'm here to talk about it. And so I'm excited to share all of that with all of you and wondering what all of you are up to. What is going on in your business that hasn't been working for you up until now, before today, that you want to shift, that you want to bring more vitality into, that you want to bring more courage into, that you want to bring more momentum into, because what got you here isn't going to get you there. And that's what I've been talking to a lot of business owners about, because a lot of them are still in the head trash, still in the noise, maybe still playing a little bit victim to what's going on in the world. When you think of the political landscape, when you think on the economic landscape, that we're playing maybe a small game, that the world isn't ready for me to be successful, that I'm not able to capture what's going on for me as a business. But I believe that if it is to be, it is up to me. And so what are you going to do differently for yourself this year when it comes to business? And are you surrounding yourself with the right people Do you have the right coach? Do you have the right guide that's going to help you align your values to what it is that you want or you say that you want in your business and in your life? Because your beliefs plus your actions really produce your outcome. And so I really want to dig into that with business owners. I really want to dig into what is happening to you, what has happened with you and for you and to you up until now in your life that maybe you're letting that story continue to run internally, and that you might want to break that up. You might want to get to the root of that. You might want to take a look through that lens of, I've been running the same program. I've been running the same story in my business, in my life, and I'm hitting a ceiling. I'm not growing past whatever it is that is stopping me from having the success that I want to have in my life. Those are the games that I'm up for this year. And those are the things that I want to share with you, work with you, and help guide you to the next level in your life. When you are aligned with your values, when you even know what your values are, you can then be unstoppable. I think a lot of business owners get into business thinking they know what they want. They have an idea of, when I have a business, I'm going to make X or do X because that's what the business world is telling them that they want. But when you get aligned with your own personal values, money means this to me. Having a business means that to me. And when you bring it back to those things for you personally, not what society tells you what you're supposed to have, not what maybe a parent told you we're supposed to have, not maybe what your college buddies or professors told you we're supposed to have, but what you yourself desire and want. When you're in alignment with those things, then everything else falls into place. And when you're working with a coach or a guide or someone that's helping you get back into alignment with those things that you say that you want, everything else will fall into place. And so those are the games that I'm up for. That's the horse that I want to be riding into the future. That's the energy of the fire horse that I want to be harnessing this year. And I want to bring you along into the communities that I'm building in order to do that. So within the Catalyst Mastermind community, we have 3 groups. We have Opulence, Prosperion, and Incubator. Incubator is my rolling group. It's a 1-year cohort designed specifically for more of your startup business, maybe somebody who has a side hustle that they want to make their main hustle, maybe somebody who's been working in business for a very short time or has a startup business that they just want some foundational tools to get where they want to go. They need help with marketing, finance, understanding their finance, understanding themselves, their core values, their mission, the foundational tools in a 1-year cohort to take them from here to there, wherever there is for them in a mastermind setting. That's the conversation I want to have with you. If you're out there and you're struggling, and I hate to put the word struggling on it, but you're not where you want to be. You are getting up every day and you know that your business is not where it could be. You're not where you want to be as a leader, and you would like to be at the table with other people who are moving in the direction, who are harnessing that fire horse energy this year to move the needle once and for all in your business. The Incubator program is for you. Prosperion is built. It's a mixed gender group of business owners that are more established, that meet 1 day a month together to mastermind on their businesses in that format. They come together. We have speakers. We have book club. We meet for a good portion of the day to talk about and work on our businesses. And then Opulence is our special group that's just women-owned business owners, and that has a special vibe to it. That's women who are moving the needle, raising the vibration in their businesses and their personal lives, that come together also for 1 day a month just to elevate what they're working on in their business in a mastermind community. All of these groups are available to you. We're growing this year. We're opening up seats in those groups. Incubator starting in April. The other 2 groups are opening up a few seats in each of those groups, limited space for those that are really up for the challenge to learn, grow, and pour into each other and into themselves with a growth mindset. Then I would click the link below. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about it. Come on the podcast and let's have a conversation about your business, and let's evaluate, where are you in business? Where are you wanting to go? How are you wanting to grow? And what is 2026 going to mean for you and beyond in your business, in your personal life, in your community, What legacy are you trying to leave in this world for yourself and the ones that you care about in your life? That's what Catalyst Mastermind Groups is all about. I'd love to have you on this journey. For the Catalyst Incubator Group, I'm meeting with people on the daily and seats are filling up. So you're going to want to click below to get your application in, because once the seats are gone, I'm not going to fill any more of them. So if you're just thinking about it, if you're even teetering on this may or may not be the group for me, I would take action now, because once those seats are gone, I'm not going to be able to add any more. Each of the individuals in the group get to be in the room once a month. Then they get 90 minutes with me every month. Applications are out now. The seats are filling up and there's only a few left. So if you're out there listening to this right now and you even just have the slightest inclination that this might be the year that you take massive action, you take the energy of the fire horse by the reins for you and your business. If you just have a thought that this might be your time, I would schedule an appointment now, fill out the application now, but once those seats are gone, you're going to have to wait until 2027 to be in the class.